It is time on the programme to look at the issues which had our guests' moral compasses spinning this week. Nina, you were worried by reports that fathers wouldn't be given equal rights to children during and after divorce.
Well, I'm just so staggered that this report has come out and said that it doesn't give fathers the access that they need. This has been a long need and a long-awaited issue. It's a really tragic issue. When couples divorce, when couples split up, there's a vast percentage of fathers have no access to their children. And I think for society as a whole, this is just the most tragic thing, because children who grow up without two parents, who don't know where they've come from, who don't know have that kind of steadying influence. It's been proven time and time again in all sorts of reports that statistically they don't do well at school, they're more likely to go into drink, into drugs, to criminal activities. There are vast social issues, and this is such a high-handed, it's almost a Victorian approach to saying that in fact if children do have access to their fathers, sometimes it's just too confusing, and it seems to me completely morally wrong.
It's interesting that very often a report comes out and you get a balance of views in response. The views in response to this report seems to all express some shock at the results of it.
Yeah,
Jonathan.
I wish we expressed a bit more shock. I mean, there are many policies that we are pursuing as a society, for example, prisons, which have a huge and detrimental impact on breakup of families and lack of access to parents. Now, I wish we'd engage in a debate around prisons. Do we need to stick so many people in prison and take away the access of children to fathers and mothers? You know, there are those issues as well that I wish we'd have in this debate. We need a broader debate than simply just fighting, I think, between fathers and mothers over access.
And one of the most disturbing aspects, the most disturbing moral issue for me in many ways, is the removal of legal aid from many of those who are seeking contact with their children. That seems to be a very almost disgraceful moral lapse by the government, by depriving people of the right to proper legal access to make sure that they can see their children if they need to. And at the moment the government's proposing to remove that legal aid.
The thing is, and I'm ashamed to say this, women in this situation, many women in this situation, are entirely wicked, and they use the system to deny the children their fathers and to deny the fathers access to the children. I have had personal experience of this over many, many years on a particular issue, and it is absolutely evil. Well, women just use the system, and the social workers conspire, because it is a myth that the child should stay with the mother and the mother knows best. The mother does not know best, and it is utterly detrimental to the child.
You may have a view on that. It's a strong opinion, and if you do, you can discuss that on our website. We're going to move on to a different issue, because Jonathan's been putting up solar panels on his